bad dream. Cora gritted her teeth and breathed away the remnants of her terror. In its place, anger grew. Not at her friend, but at herself. She was supposed to be stronger than nightmares. She was a witch, after all. Witches were meant to be powerful. "I'm sorry," Cora muttered, finding her voice far weaker than she liked. Wiping furiously at a few errant tears, she rolled onto her side and buried her face in her blanket. Maya gave her shoulder a light pat and returned to her cot at the other side of the tent they shared. Even in the darkness, Cora could feel the other girl's eyes burning into her. "Did you take your sleeping tonic last night?" Maya asked, caution heavy in her tone. Yes, she'd brewed it herself, stronger than usual. Is something wrong?" Cora remained silent because she had no answer. This was the third night in a row she'd woken screaming from this same terrifying nightmare. Such dreams plagued her on occasion, but never with such alarming frequency. Her sleeping draft was normally enough to drive them away. "Would you like to tell me about your dream?" Maya asked, trying to sound nonchalant, but failing miserably. "Perhaps I can help divine its meaning." Cora ignored her. Not because she didn't trust her friend. Maya was probably the only person she trusted with her whole heart. She was like a sister to her, one of the very few people Cora had let herself grow close to ever since she was taken in by the forest people 6 years ago. But Cora's burdens were hers to bear. Besides, Maya was a witch too, and growing proficient at dream divination. What if her abilities had grown beyond the realm of dreams? Cora couldn't risk her discovering any of her secrets. It was too dangerous for them both. Without another word, Cora focused on slowing her ragged breathing until it settled into a gentle rhythm. Hoping Maya would fall for her ruse and think she'd drifted back to sleep, she kept up the act until she heard her friend's soft snores. Only then did she let herself remember the dream. A dream that felt like a memory. Cora woke to morning sun kissing her eyelids. Even with just a sliver of light peeking in from the open tent flap, it was bright enough to tell she'd slept in. She pressed a tattooed palm over her eyes, but it was no use. She was already awake. Not even the black symbols inked into her skin could ward away the evils of everyday responsibility. She rolled over and peered at Maya's cot. Her bedroll was empty, and her wool blankets and furs were neatly folded on top of it. How late in the morning was it? Cora rubbed her eyes to rid them of grit, but nothing seemed to soothe them. Her throat, too, felt raw, and she was almost of a mind to go back to sleep. However, she knew there was no use lingering in bed all because of a bad dream. With a stretch, she forced herself to rise from her cot. Her arms prickled with gooseflesh beneath the cool spring air that drifted into the tent. Dressed only in her linen shift, she peeked outside and found her freshly laundered clothes hanging on a line. The smell of lavender wafted on the air, mingling with the earth, wood smoke, and pine scents of camp. All at once, Cora felt a sense of calm, of safety. She was protected by the forest people. With their proficiency at wards and subterfuge, her enemies couldn't find her here. If only her dreams couldn't either. She tugged her patchwork petticoats and bodice off the line, then brought them back inside to get dressed. She'd have Maya to thank for the clean clothes. Her friend had clearly been up working hard while Cora dozed. Once dressed, she strolled between the tents of varying shapes and sizes, each structure draped with oiled hides, and tried not to look anyone in the eye. Her screams had to have been loud enough to wake half the camp, and she dreaded knowing what everyone thought of her. Did they think she was crazy? Or did they feel pity? Cora wanted neither sentiment and preferred no one thought much of her at all. Luckily,